Dear Diary, is Instagram destroying the creative artist? Kevin Systrom, co-creator and original CEO of Instagram, made this platform for photos and creativity, and when I started, it felt like it was. I couldn't wait to become a better artist and thrive there, just like the people I followed. Now, Instagram seems much more unattainable, even with the skills I have. It isn't just me. If anything, I'm more an audience member watching artists deal with Instagram. Code is law, but the law is always changing. How can we stay within Instagram's confines if we never know where they're going? One day, hashtags are everything. The next, they're broken. The day after, saving posts is the only way to stay alive. In a way, it makes sense because not everyone is meant to survive. We're called starving artists for a reason. Instagram's ecosystem, much like our own, favors random features, its own form of natural selection. To survive, one needs to keep up. One sentiment shared amongst creators is consistent posting. We need to keep posting. It no longer depends on the quality or utility provided, but on how much. How consistently can we feed our followers? Something else that comes up often is the actual content posted. Many artists have noticed that only some of their content is favored by the audience and the algorithm. Often, they limit their artwork to what's engaging, even if they don't enjoy it and don't improve their skills from it. Constantly recreating the same thing over and over again can halter creativity, even if it's supported by likes. Studies into digital engagement within the creative process show that audience involvement in creation increases their connection and ownership with the artwork. Many artists do this online to generate engagement. They engage with their virtual audience by sharing tidbits from their own lives and artistic processes, by being vulnerable and honest, but prideful and kind, presenting themselves as self-created personas. They ask questions about their work, enabling the audience to feel a one-sided friendship forming, boosting their interactivity, which boosts engagement. Some post photos of themselves and their art. Studies back this. Photos with faces are 38% more likely to gather likes on Instagram. It seems like the more shared, the more the audience cares, no matter what's posted. It makes me question the boundaries of privacy. How do I balance privacy with the need to succeed? Do I have to share my life in order to succeed in art? What do I say to these people I barely know? It feels strange that I have to show who I am, and my creativity and my artistic skills don't fully define me. Should I show my face? Why does my face need to speak for the art I make? My artistic value feels intrinsically connected to how much I share and who I am because likes and comments and shares and saves represent my worth on this platform. It feels like I need to make content that the audience will engage with and the algorithm will support. Speaking of which, the algorithm. It orders your feed in terms of the relevance it has to you, your followers, and time. Certain things are loved by it, but others detest it. When an algorithm detects that your media's message needs to be restrained, it shuts you off from others by hiding you from Instagram feeds. This is called shadow banning. Sometimes that happens because the hashtag you used has become associated with suspicious content that has nothing to do with you. Other times, Instagram might just silence a hashtag, or all recent hashtags, to prevent misinformation, just like they did in the 2020 election. In a platform where your digital voice is the only thing that matters, digital cutoff means those who consume your work can't hear you and can't support you. And for many, support is monetary. Artists need visibility to survive, and sometimes shadow bans go beyond hashtags. You can blame it on censorship through algorithms that effectively hinder 96% of nudity but only 52% of hate speech. On algorithms that allow nudity in artwork but deem it sensitive content and decrease its visibility. On algorithms that effectively bypass art with cisgendered and white thin bodies but silence creators of color who are reclaiming their bodies and voices through artwork. On the fact that beyond bodies, black artists have more trouble getting their posts promoted and deal with sensitive content filters more often. You can blame it on Adam Mosseri, current CEO of Instagram, who stated that it had algorithmic bias with people of color and is working on it. One can also blame it on the audience, the unpaid employees of Instagram, the end users who can report posts. And once a certain number of reports are reached, the post is automatically taken down. The technology of reporting is for a good cause, but the social system it's placed in creates misuse. Internal surveillance isn't effective when the subject matter is artwork and people of color. Politics and Instagram, oh how they interact. Beyond censorship, Instagram has faced a shift, declaring that the number one reason people use it is entertainment now. Like Neil Postman said, our future is one from brave new world, one where pleasure controls us. Patience is a dying virtue because in 15 seconds or less you can find pleasure with TikTok videos. Instagram started promoting what could compete in a world of entertainers, in a world of pleasurers. It highlighted videos with a maximum duration of 60 seconds known as Reels. Artifacts like Reels give the upper hand to those with video skills and those comfortable with being on camera. Videos that have roots in clickbait and those with relatable content float to the top of the pyramid. Content that keeps you entertained off the bat wins in the end. And Instagram undeniably succeeded with Reels because man always has an appetite for distractions, especially in a pandemic. But it left behind those who first sowed the land, the artists it was designed for years ago. It exchanged creativity for entertainment. The starving artist now has a dilemma on whether to stay creative and suffer or give in to the algorithm and reap its rewards. So I once again ask, is Instagram destroying the creative artist? The answer is yes, but the audience is cheering it on. The audience is a growing demand for distractions and entertainment. The audience can report you and disintegrate your presence. The audience's feed is determined for them by factors specific to them. The audience chooses to feed into formulaic clickbait and appearance instead of creativity. The audience chooses to like and comment on photos with faces. Instagram is a supplier of speed of light media, and we're taking it in as we did with television. There are human actions that push this shift. If we continue to live in the years where posting photos was enough for engagement, Instagram would have left its application unchanged. Where there's a demand, there's a supply for it. So until the audience changes, all platforms will kill creativity for engagement. So I might as well stay on Instagram and be entertained in my creative demise.